Ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker's teaser trailer just around 2 months ago over at Star Wars Celebration in Chicago, a lot of people have been very eager and very excited to see the next trailer by Disney and Lucasfilm, JJ and crew, in order to give fans around the world a better sense of exactly how he's going to bring the fans into the Star Wars sequel trilogy that will end the Skywalker saga. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. So, what I'm really excited about when it comes to Episode 9 is to see exactly how all of our fan-favorite characters are going to be utilized. We're talking about Luke, Lando, Leia, and of course Han Solo, how he's going to be back in some way, shape, or form in this movie. But aside from that, we also know that the trailer will focus on some of the new characters like Rey, Kylo, and a whole lot more. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to various shot descriptions of the upcoming trailer 2 for Episode 9, which is set for release this July over at San Diego Comic-Con, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of Rey in her white outfit with a white hood over her head, where she is wielding her blue ignited lightsaber, where she is deflecting blaster fire from a group of red stormtroopers, while she stands in front of the Tantive 4, protecting both Finn and Poe. The way Rey deflects the blaster fire is said to be a shot that will bring fans back to how those moves were used in the prequel trilogy era. As far as Rey's appearance goes, where the hood is over her, only her nose and mouth appear, while her eyes are in the shadows from the hood, looking very Jedi-esque. The next goes over Kylo Ren running toward a group of Resistance fighters and taking them down one by one, with his ignited lightsaber down to the ground. The shot is said to be similar of what was seen in the first teaser, however extended, where Kylo takes out around 5 of them. Another goes over a rear shot of Luke Skywalker looking down at an X-Wing in the water, where he is said to be around 20 feet away from the crash landing. This is likely a flashback of Luke's first arrival on Ahch-To, to the point where it will show his X-Wing crashed on the world. The last goes over a shot of Kylo Ren in his new ship chasing Rey during a major space battle, where he is said to be firing at her. The shot offers a view of the back of Kylo's ship firing at Rey's new ship that looks somewhat like an E-Wing. So let's go over a couple of parts about all of this. Now, I'm as excited as a lot of you guys out there are about the upcoming trailer for Episode 9, which is of course going to be released this July over at San Diego Comic-Con. But I digress. Let's go over the one shot that really does stand out to me the most from what's being described, and that is of course the one involving a rear shot of Luke Skywalker looking down at the wreckage of his X-Wing underneath the surface of a watery world. Now obviously this is pretty obvious to say, but this most likely is indeed the world of Ahch-To without a doubt. Now, we do know that there are going to be a lot of flashback scenes in Episode 9 featuring Luke Skywalker, as well as scenes to the point where JJ actually de-aged Mark Hamill to become a young version of Luke Skywalker just as we remember him from Return of the Jedi. However, this scene in particular, it allows fans to see exactly how Luke Skywalker arrived on Ahch-To, what it was like for the X-Wing to crash land on this mysterious world, and what Luke did right after the crash landing. And to me, I think that this is a great way in order to really fill in the gaps once again in between the sequels and the originals, even though that this moment in particular is closer to The Force Awakens. So what I like about this is that this is J.J. Abrams really giving us a different view of The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, and showing us exactly how Luke arrived on that planet, visually speaking. So the other piece that I do want to go over is the one that really does stand out for the character of Rey, where it goes over her appearance, where she's said to be wearing a white hood over her head, with a blue ignited lightsaber blocking blaster fire and deflecting it back at the red stormtroopers. Now these new red troopers, by the way, are called the Red Fury, and they're going up against Rey and her team, such as Finn and Poe, protecting the Tantive 4. So, like I say, another big Easter egg, another big connection to that of the original trilogy and Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, is bringing back the Tantive 4 in Star Wars Episode 9. One of the most iconic ships in the Star Wars universe, where we got to finally see see it for the first time in Star Wars A New Hope back in 1977 by George Lucas. It's so iconic. So the fact that it is returning and we finally get to see it in Episode 9, I think it's going to really be a great callback to that of not just A New Hope, but also to Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, since it also brought back that ship in that movie. So the other one that I do find very impressive involves the moment in which we have both Kylo Ren and Rey chasing each other inside of their ships. And Kylo is said to be firing at Rey's new ship, which is said to be somewhat like an E-Wing by design. It's unclear if it is an E-Wing, but it does actually, and it's said to be like an E-Wing. So this could be a brand new ship that's based off of that popular ship that is both in Legends and very briefly in canon. And I think that this is going to be a very interesting space battle nonetheless. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No, from night to moon, we hear their moans again. No.